everyone, I am here today to talk you through my BookTube Notebook. I got the idea for sort of getting this in the state that it is from watching a video by Harriet Rosie. I will link that in the cards and also down below, because I thought that that was just really helpful and really handy. So I sort of used her ideas to inspire my own notebook, if you will. I've already got a book that I use to track review copies. I think I've made a video about that, so I'm sure I have. I'll link that in the cards and down below too. But yeah, this is my sort of BookTube planning book. I'm going to show you the back first, so we'll ignore the back page, that's where I track my mum's reading. But then I just use the back to track video ideas and tags and stuff I want to sort of talk about and I need to keep notes of, so that I'm not constantly going and having a massive editing session. So here I've got my plans for the historical fiction book tag. I also did one for booktubers that inspire me. Then I've also got my spring cleaning book tag stuff here, which is a video that will be going up very soon, so keep an eye out for that. And that's all I've got in the back right now. I only started using this book at the beginning of April. So if we jump to the front, I've used a table that she had sort of got, and I've sort of done my own inspired version. So this is the book balance sheet, basically. And I've got a further reading breakdown with it too. So I list what month it is, and then I note down how many paperbacks I've bought that month, how many Kindle copies I've bought that month, how many NetGalley books I have received that month, how many books I read, how many books that has added to my TBR, because it's always a plus, let's face it, you know how many books I acquire each month. Then I have got how many paperbacks I read that month, along with Kindle, NetGalley, and audiobooks. I couldn't even remember what my own thing was there, but luckily I also wrote myself a key so I can't forget what I'm doing. And I'm finding this really fun to track, actually. So March was the month where I added the most to my TBR, and it's also the month where I read the second most. If I have a good reading month, I also tend to have a month where I sort of really binge on buying books. They kind of come hand in hand. So if I have a bad reading month, I also don't buy many books, so it all balances out. Then on the next page, I've got the April stats and also video ideas. So I've put my start amount of subscribers for the month. I will also be putting my end amount. I've got how many books I've read, I've not filled that in yet, how many videos I have uploaded that month, how many views I had at the beginning of the month and how many I had at the end. My most popular video from last month, which is Emily Savada's interview, and then just sort of little notes for myself on what books to include in next month's book haul. Then I've got a list of video ideas which I will carry on to each month if I haven't filmed them. And then after that, I've just got my April schedule. So during April, I have been, for the most part, uploading a video every other day, which has been quite the feat for me because I've been working ridiculous hours, and the way that I've been doing it is to literally just sit down like I am right now and film anywhere between 3 and 5 videos in a row, then edit them later that night and schedule them later that night, and then I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week, which is really handy when you're working like a 45-hour week and more in some cases, and having a social life. So it's really worked out for me. I'm really proud of myself that I've actually managed to sort of keep a schedule going, and I feel like I've got this book to thank. So I've put on there what video I want to go up on what date. So on the 2nd of April, I scheduled School for Psychics review. On the 4th, I had fitting reading into a 12-hour work day. Then I had on the 6th This Mortal Core review. Then on the 8th I had a Kindle Unlimited review. Then on the 10th Bring Me Back review. Then the 12th was the Ultimate Book Haul catch up. And the 14th I had the Diary of a Young Girl review. The 16th was a historical fiction book tag. The 18th was the Woman at 72 Derry Lane review. Then on the 20th I've got the BookTuber shout out going live. These are all from here onwards, not yet online at the time of me filming this. Then on the 22nd, I've got Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire reread review. Followed by on the 24th, this video. And then on the 26th, I'm going to have the Ashes of London review. And on the 28th, I'm going to be doing the spring cleaning book tag. So every single time I try and fit in a review, if I've got one of a book that I want to review, and then something else, and I alternate, so it's not all reviews and it's not all other content, it's a mixture of both, and this is helping me track that really, really well. And the fact that today is the 19th of April and I've got planned and about to film up to the 28th of April is just like, wow, I feel so organised. I do need to plan what I'm going to be putting up on the 30th, and pretty soon I also need to start planning the May stuff out. So that will be the tricky bit, trying to work out when I can film such things as my May TBR and sort of a April kind of reading wrap up, but not of the books, more of just like how my reading month went. Working out when I can film them versus when I can upload them, because I want them to go up at the beginning of the month, so that might be a little bit tricky. But other than that, I'm finding this such a helpful thing, and I love the notebook that I'm using for this as well. My friend got me this for Christmas, the Marauders Map notebook. So yeah, that is what I use to plan my channel, and I feel like you've probably noticed that my channel has been a lot more organised this month, and I've got this notebook to thank for that. So thank you to Harriet for the wonderful idea of this, because I would not have been that organised this month if I hadn't watched that video of hers. Let me know if you use any sort of notebook or anything to sort of keep your channel scheduled and in check and all planned out. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the image of me somewhere if you want to see more book reviews and other bookish content from me, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!